So I was really sad and I started crying. I was like, I don't want to get pregnant now. Why am I getting pregnant now? Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So if you are new here, I'm Conwell, a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Gaoundéré, the Adamawa region of Cameroon. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for clicking on this video again. So in today's video guys, we are just going to chat. We are going to talk on something that happened to me. Like as you can see from the title, I'm going to talk on how I got pregnant while I was breastfeeding my first daughter. Just stay tuned and watch this video to the end, because I bet you're going to learn one or two things from this video and you will not be disappointed. So without further ado, let's just jump into the video. So back then, when I just got married to my husband, guys, we got married in 2020. I think just 3 months after we wedded, I got pregnant for my first daughter, and we were happy that we were pregnant. That's how I started doing my antenatal clinic, my checkup, hospital visits, like doing all those stuff that pregnant women used to do, go for checkups and all the like. So 9 months I gave birth. It was not easy because I had some stitches, but to the glory of God, I gave birth successfully. So when we arrived home, I was busily breastfeeding my child. We were enjoying our lives as a young couple. We were just the two of us in the house with the kid, that's 3. We're enjoying our life. And then I think during that period, my mother came here. She came for Omugo. She like stayed with us for some time after she left. When I was breastfeeding my child, I used to see my period after every 2 months. So for me to track it well, it was really very difficult. So guys, we were just there and enjoying our life, and I was just believing and praying and hoping that hoping that another one will not enter as soon as possible, because in my mind I was like, okay, normally I want to give birth, but it's true that I used to see that when I get married, I used to say in quotes, like when I was in school, not when I was married, like I was used to say before when I was young, when I was not yet married, that in fact when I'll get married, I'm going to give birth to my kids like one year different, like just give birth and just stay, like that kind of fast giving birth. So I used to say it when I was not yet married. So when I got married, I saw the realities of things, and I discovered that it's not what we say before we get married, it's when you're inside that you know how to live your life. So when I gave birth to my first daughter, I saw what I went through. Guys, it was not easy. I had a very challenging moment to give birth to her. So I was like, okay, normally I need to heal from it and maybe skip about 2 years before give birth to my second child. So that's what I had in my mind. As I was not prepared to give birth immediately. But as nature, or as God can do his things, that's how one day I got up and I was just feeling dizzy. Like I was like, the way I'm feeling my body, I'm not understanding. 2 months has passed, I've not seen my menses, which is normal. Like I did not see it as if it was a problem, but I was just feeling, when you are just feeling as if something is wrong with you. But I could not believe that I was pregnant. So but something just told me that, okay, since I'm just feeling myself a type, and those are the symptoms of pregnancy, maybe early morning sickness, you just feel dizzy, you just feel weak, and you feel like to vomit. I decided to go and buy what they call this pregnancy test trip. Is it trip of pregnancy test tube? What they test pregnancy with. So I went and I bought it in a pharmacy, and I got home. So when I got home, I went to the toilet, and that's how I said, let me just check this thing, because there's no need pretending, or there's no need being scared. So guys, when I checked it, behold, it was pregnancy. God, I started crying. I was crying in the bathroom. Like I called my husband. I was like, look at what has happened. Look at what I told you, that I don't want to get pregnant now. La la la. You know how men are like. And I thank God for my husband, because really he helped during that period. So he took it normal, and he was not even like bothered. So he was the one encouraging me, like trying to say, oh, it has happened. It's true that he said some words like as if he wanted it, but it's after that I understood that he already saw that it has happened and there was nothing that could change it. So he was just trying to encourage me. By then my child was just 6 months old. Was it 6 months? After 5 months, yes, she was around 5 months if I'm not mistaken. So, and I was doing exclusive breastfeeding. Like I needed to breastfeed her completely for 6 months before she started eating solid food. And guys, during that period, I applied for a program, a scholarship program that I was expecting, and the results were to come out maybe some few months later. So when I saw that thing, I was like, okay, what's all this? If the results come out, how am I going to travel out of the country, leave my small daughter with pregnancy? Will I be able to go out again to do research? So guys, I took about 1 month to like digest the information. After some time, with the help of my pastor at that moment, he helped us, like he prayed with us, encouraged me, gave me some advice, even spoke about his story, how they got pregnant with their second daughter, because their second child is just 1 year, I think 1 year difference with their first child. So he had to like explain to me what happened to them, and like children are blessing from God, so I should not get mad. If God has permitted it to happen, it means God has a reason. Like he did everything in his power to encourage me as a pastor, as my pastor. So that's how we started asking for forgiveness, because during that period, like when you are taken in, then you are angry, the child is hearing everything that people are doing. So that's how I started talking to the child, like, you're welcome to this world, we love you, this, say all those things that moms used to say to their children. So I had to say those things, and I had to accept it. So it was not easy, because even in my community, at my job site, even in the church, many people did not know that I was pregnant, because my tummy was still big. Like when I just gave birth to my first daughter, I still had a big tummy. So people did not know that. They were just thinking that no, maybe it's still the postpartum that is dealing with me. Not until when I was about 7 months gone, that some people in church saw it, and they were like, you are pregnant again, you're pregnant again. Until when you asked me that question, I was angry, and I was like, the person that would stand in front of me and confront me, you would tell me if you are the one buying diapers for my kids, or if you are the one buying. So I was just so to the glory of God, we had to pass through that stage, and the pregnancy was due, like it was 9 months, and to the glory of God, I gave birth successfully against a beautiful baby girl, and she's waxing cool. So now, when I look at these children, when I look at the both of them, like today, in fact, today, what happened today before shooting this video, we're just coming back from evening service from church. So somebody saw us on the way, and they were like, are your children twins? Like they are growing up like twins. They just have 1 year, 3 months difference, because I took in for my second child when the first one was just 6 months old, 5 to 6 months old. So they're just like twins now. It's true that raising them up was not easy, but I thank God for my husband. And also I had a nanny. Like when I gave birth to my second daughter, I had to hire a nanny. She was there, she was really taking good care of her, taking good care of my first daughter. So they did not really feel some challenges. Then when you give birth to a child, or when you give birth to your second child, when you just have a first child that needs all the attention, is not easy. So what we were doing is that we tried our best as parents to give more attention to the both of them. Like in as much as we were giving attention to my second child, we were also giving attention to the first child, because she did not call for it. So we made her to feel comfortable. We tried our best. Even now, we are treating them like twins. Like if I'm carrying my second daughter and I'm kissing her, playing with her, and make sure that I'm carrying my first daughter on my left hand, like trying to play with them the same time, give them all the attention that they need, guys. So this video, I'm just going to say that, like, give an advice. Maybe if you are a mom, or maybe you're a parent that maybe you're pregnant now, that you did not plan for it. Don't see it like something which is bad. Children are gifts from God. It's true that we are not encouraging that you just give birth on plan or on program, because we know how things are happening now. The economy is not easy. So we try to plan, we try to program, we respect to our means. It's true that it's God that gives children birth. We will not just go and be giving birth anyhow, that we will not be able to take care of them well. So, but it happened, and you cannot turn back the hands of time. So what do? You have to move on. You have to accept it and show more love to the child, because who knows, the child that you want to reject, or the child that you are not happy that you are pregnant with, may be the one that can. Nobody knows. Like each and every one has a destiny that God has destined. So if you find yourself in such situation, don't be angry, just accept it and move on. That's life. Really, I believe that God had a plan. And guys, mind you, the scholarship that I was waiting for also, it did not work. Like it's as if God already knew that it will not work. Meanwhile, I was angry that I got pregnant, because the first reason was that I was expecting to go for this scholarship, which at the end they did not even select me, so I was not even selected. This has made me to understand that really what God said in his word, that all things work for good to them that love God. Sincerely, it has worked for good to us, and it was God's plan, yes, and we have to accept it. So I'm very grateful that God made it this way, because now when I look at my two girls, so cute. They're like twins. So wherever I find myself, everybody like, hey, you have. So I gave birth to two children, 2021 and 2022. So they're like twins. So I'm grateful to God, and I say, let me just come and share with you guys. Put it down in the comment section if you have once experienced it. How did you go about it? Is it nice? Did you want it? Do you love it? Did you take it badly? And how did you overcome? So I'm just going to end this video here. If you see this video worth sharing, make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you put your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and join this wonderful family, because there is a lot going on here. Without further ado, see you in my next video. Love you, bye bye, and take care. Mwah, 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 mwah.